An exuberant welcome greeted Bill Clinton, the 42nd President of the United States, when he made his entry to the Moi International Sports Center Kasarani Gymnasium to address more than 4,500 Wings to Fly program scholars.
Welcome once again, Mr. President.
Accompanied by his daughter Chelsea, the former US president closely followed presentations in song and dance that culminated in life stories narrated by scholars themselves.
Living in hopelessness, crying in desperation, and in our helplessness, our paths as dark as night. If they could hear our cry.
I was not brought up to see a flashing toilet like my peers.
The demise of my mother when I, Priskanjari, was 3. Just 3 years of age, felt like God had shot down my parachute.
I survived going to school and scavenging for food in the evening. The Tononoka Social Hall in Mombasa became my bedroom.
As we buried my father 6 feet under, my dreams also went 6 feet under. We had no hope, but with the assistance from the Mastercard Foundation, USAID, UK Aid, German Corporation, and the Equity Bank Foundation, we have stories of glory, and we can dare to dream.
In his keynote address on the closing day of the 6th Annual Education and Leadership Congress, President Clinton said life is defined by the telling stories with an aim to improve life in the future.
Everybody on earth has a story. And too many people live their whole lives and no one hears their story. And part of everybody's story is the dream.
Drawing examples from his upbringing in rural America, Clinton, whose father died in a car accident 3 months before he was born, said that he drew strength and character by internalizing the values of hard work and integrity.
You have more power than you can possibly imagine. To say, I'm proud of my religion, whatever it is. I'm proud of my tribal roots, whatever they are. I'm proud of the place where I grew up, however tough it's been. But you need to know something, every one of you. You may think your story is small, but that's all anybody has. The story. And everybody needs to have the power to write a better story.
Clinton lauded Equity Bank for believing in the possibility of nurturing needy scholars through establishment of the Wings to Fly program. He told the scholars to shun differences as what human beings have in common matters more than differences.
I thank Equity Bank. Thank you, James Mwangi, for believing in the possibilities of all these young people. Thank you, Helen Gitoy, for all the work Equity Bank has done on this. Thank you, Rita Roy.
Chelsea urged the scholars to engage in service in spite of attendant criticisms.
Most of you will become parents. I don't think any of us have any idea what you will do with your lives in terms of your families, your communities, your country, or our world. And I certainly feel better about our world knowing all of you are in it. Thank you for sharing your stories. Thank you for what you're doing to not only reimagine Kenya, but reimagine our world.
The visit by Clinton, who chairs the Clinton Global Initiative, CGI, provided a reference point to the power of partnership in changing lives. Rita Roy, the president and CEO of the Mastercard Foundation, noted that it was in a meeting with the CGI and Equity Bank in New York City that the groundwork of the future of Wings to Fly was laid.
5 years ago, the government of Kenya, Equity Bank and Equity Bank's Foundation and the Mastercard Foundation made a commitment to the program that looks for high-achieving young people, boys and girls across Kenya, who score at the top 5% on the primary school leaving examination in their district. And as you can see from the signs, 10,377 students are accessing secondary education.
Equity Group Foundation Chairman Dr. James Mwangi saluted the benefactors of the Wings to Fly scholars, saying academic scholarships to needy but bright children embodies the spirit of doing good while doing well.
I want to thank you from the onset for inspiring us to do good to society, to remember compassion can work side by side by doing well. You can do well while doing good to society.
In a question and answer session moderated by Dr. Mwangi, father and daughter discussed the significance of giving by values to succeed.
What inspired you? What motivated you to become the global leader that you are, Mr. President?
Watching my mother get up every day and go to work at 7 o'clock in the morning and come home and just do what she was supposed to do to give me and later my brother a better life, that inspired me.
Thank you for sharing your stories. Thank you for reimagining your future. Thank you, as I can clearly say, as James pointed out, I've known my father a long time, my whole life, and rarely have I seen him so inspired. And that's saying a lot for someone who himself has had a remarkable story.